Good morning, student. Today we will start JEE discussion of Feb 1st morning shift. So moving on to the questions. See, the question number 1 says that you have to mark the decreasing order of dehydration of the following alcohol. As you know, dehydration of alcohol follows carbocation mechanism. Hence, the stability of carbocation will now uh, tell you about the rate of the dehydration. See, in option number A, you see that it contains benzyl phenol. It cannot form a carbocation here, which is highly unstable. B options shows resonance, that is extended one after formation of carbocation. There is no resonance as such seen in option number C, whereas T also shows carbocation resonance when carbocation is being formed. Therefore, B is most stable because of resonance. Then comes D, then comes C, and then comes A, because A is highly unstable carbocation at benzene. So it is the correct option. So option number 3 will be correct, right? B, D, C, and A. Moving on to the next question. The next question says that you have to match the list number 1 with list number 2. See, here some tests are given for functional group detection. We know that Schiff's test is used for detection of aldehyde, whereas biuret test is used for detection of dipeptide. Molish test is used for detection of carbohydrates, and carbylamine test is used for primary amines. So here you will see that the option number 2 is correct one. Therefore, it is the right answer. Next, moving on to the next question. Question number 33. See, question number 33 is an assertion based question. Here, the assertion says that hydrogen is an environment friendly fuel. It is highly recommendable. So, it is true. It is correct. And the reason says that atomic number of hydrogen is 1. It is very true. And it's very light element. Yeah, it is correct. But you will see that there is no direct relation between reason and assertion. Hence, both the assertion and reason are true. Yet, the reason is not the correct explanation of assertion. See, so here both A and R are true, but R is not the correct explanation of A. Hence, option number 2 is correct answer. Okay. Moving on to the next question. The next question is question number 34. Here you'll see that a reaction is being followed. The reaction will goes like this. The NH2, lone pair of NH2 will attack carbonyl carbon. It will add it there and leaving the OET in form of ETOH. Afterwards, we'll see that the CTOH linked to the compound will attack the carbonyl carbon again, leaving behind OET as ETOH, and you get a 5-member ring like this. So it is the correct answer. See, the option number 4 matches the same. Hence, option number 4 is the correct answer. Okay. Yeah. Next, moving on to the next question. The question is of resonance from chemical bonding. The resonance in carbonate ion is given by these structure. These are the resonating structure given below. We have to mark the true statement among the same. All these structure are in dynamic equilibrium with each other. This is not right. Structure exists for equal time. Here we could not tell about the kinetics. See, the carbonate has a single structure that is given by resonance hybrid, which is given below. So option number C is the correct. The resonance structure is the true structure of the same, which gives the which compiles of above 3 structure. Hence, option number 3 is the correct answer. Next, moving on to question number 36. It is again a match list 1 with match list 2. You'll given some drugs and you have to mark their action. Aspirin is an anti-clotting drug, we all know that. Antibiotic is in salvarsan. Soframycin is an antiseptic drug, whereas tranquilizer is used as an antidepressant drug. Here, you can match them same. See, option number 1 will match the following, where A is for third, tranquilizer is antidepressant drug. B is first, anti-clotting. Antibiotic is salvarsan, and antiseptic is okay. Moving on to the next question. It is again a matching type question matrix. Here the matching is given by compounds and their common name. We know that slaked lime is calcium hydroxide, dead plaster is calcium sulfate, washing soda is Na2CO3.10H2, and caustic soda is NaOH. Here the option number 1 will match. So option number 1 is the correct answer, right? Moving on to the next question. Question number 38. It is again an assertion reason type question. In an Ellingham diagram, the oxidation of carbon to monoxide shows a negative slope with respect to temperature. It is right. In Ellingham diagram, we'll see that carbon to carbon monoxide shows a negative slope. Like this, which is correct. And CO2 get decomposed at high temperature. See, the reason is not correct because the decreasing slope says that at higher temperature, delta G becomes more and more negative, and hence support the formation of carbon monoxide. It does not support the decomposition of carbon monoxide. So option assertion is correct and reason is not correct. So option number 3 will match. A is not. Option number A is correct, but R is not correct. 1 will match. See, option number A is correct, but R is not correct will match. Okay. Next, moving on to the question number 39. The question says that you have to mark the correct representation in 6-member pyranose from the following sugar. See, if I want to make a pyranose sugar, we'll see that this OH will attack C aldehyde here and form a cyclic structure like this. You can mark this like see that these OH groups are above the plane. In option, we'll see that in which of the option these OH are above the plane. This is not correct. This is correct. This is not also correct. And this is also not correct. So option number 2 will match and the correct representation of the same will be like this. And hence option number 2 will match. So the 2 is correct. Next, how we will treat or control the photochemical smoke? You know that using catalytic converter, we can stop the or control photochemical smoke because the catalytic converter used in automobile industries suppress the release of nitrogen oxide and hydrocarbon in atmosphere, and hence we can control the photochemical smoke by them. So option number 1 is right answer for the same. Okay. Next, given below are the two statements. One is assertion and another is reason. See, the assertion says that among helium, neon, argon, and krypton, these all are noble gases. 1 gram of activated charcoal absorbs more on krypton. This is correct. See, as the mass increases, we know that attractive force increases and hence the rate of adsorption increases. Therefore, krypton absorbs more in comparison to helium, neon, and argon. The reason says that the critical volume and critical pressure is highest for krypton. This is not correct because krypton has higher mass and therefore the attractive force increases. As the attractive force increases, the critical volume of krypton decreases, and hence reason is not correct. Therefore, assertion is true but reason is false. Option number 1 will match here. So 1 is the correct answer. Next is you have to mark the highest state of Mn is highest state of Mn is exhibited in Mn207. You have to mark the correct statement among the same. See, if Mn207 exhibit highest oxidation state, therefore we can say that it will be in +7 oxidation state, and hence there is an oxy linkage present over here. So the structure will look like this. The Mn will be surrounded by oxygen in a tetrahedral unit, and it is being bridged by MnO-Mn bond here. So the option number 1, A is correct. Mn is a tetrahedral surrounded by oxygen atom. It is true. Mn is not octahedral. It is not true. It contains MnO bridge. C is also correct, and D is not correct. Therefore, A and C is correct. So option number 2 match here. Option number 2. Moving on to the next question. Question number 43. Question number 43 says that which of the following represent the lattice structure of A 0.95 option containing 8 plus, A3 plus, and 2 minus. See, it is a metal deficiency defect. Here, for example, if I take O2 oxygen, 3 atoms of oxygen, the total negative charge will be 6 minus. And if I replace A2 plus by A3 plus, there will be one deficiency produced here. Hence, it is a deficiency defect. You can see that in option number 1, there is one deficiency. So, option number 1 matches the same. Therefore, it is the correct answer. Moving on to the next question. You have asked for the example of double salt. See, double salt are the salt which ionize completely into the solution. We see that the first one salt is Mohr salt. It is in double salt. And the second one is not, it is in coordination complex. It is not in double salt. Second, C is also a double salt, that is potash alum. D is not a double salt, and hence A and C are the correct. Therefore, third option will match, and hence third is the right answer. Okay. Moving on to the question number 45. Question number 45 says that you have to mark the correct statement among the same. Beryllium oxide is purely acidic. It is not true. Beryllium oxide is an amphoteric in nature. Beryllium carbonate is kept in atmosphere of CO2. Yeah, it is correct, because beryllium carbonate is decomposes easily. It does not have thermal stability because carbonate is a bigger anion, whereas beryllium is a smaller cation. There is not a good combination of the same, and hence the lattice energy is decreased or less. Therefore, the thermal stability is less for the same. Therefore, beryllium carbonate decomposes easily in atmosphere, and hence it is kept in atmosphere of CO2. Therefore, it is correct. Beryllium sulfate is readily soluble in water. That is also correct, because the beryllium sulfate lattice energy of beryllium sulfate is less than that compared to its hydration energy. Same is the because of the combination, sulfate is a bigger ion, whereas beryllium is a smaller ion. It is not a good combination for lattice energy. Therefore, hydration energy exceeds the lattice energy, and hence is readily soluble in the water. Beryllium shows anomalous behavior. It is right. First member of each series show the anomalous behavior, and hence it is correct. So B, C, and D is correct. Therefore, option number 4 is the right answer for the same. Okay. Moving on to question number 48. Sorry, 46. Given below are two statements. Statement number 1 says that chlorine can easily combine with oxygen to form oxide and produce a tendency to explode. That is correct, because chlorine forms many oxides with oxygen, and all these oxides are explosive in nature. This is true. The chemical reactivity of an element can be determined by its reaction with oxygen and halogen. This is also correct, because the maximum oxidation state is shown by compounds of oxygen and halogen, and hence we can predict the chemical reactivity of an element using the same. Therefore, both the statement are correct, and hence option number 4 match the same. Both the statement 1 and 2 are true. Okay. Next, moving on to the question number 47. A solution of ferric chloride when treated with K4FeCN6 gives a Persian blue color precipitate due to formation of. The reaction is written below. Because of the formation of ferrocyanide, the Persian blue color is being shown here, and this ferrocyanide is used for detection of nitrogen in organic compounds, and hence option number 4 matches the same. So option number 4 is the correct answer for question number 47. Okay. Moving on to question number 48. This question is challenged by VMC. The question number 48 shows that but2 ion is reacted separately with 1 mole of hydrogen as shown below. We see that there we have used a Lindlar's catalyst which produces a cis alkene, and Here we're using a Birch reagent which produces a trans alkene. See, A is more soluble than B, it is correct. Cis alkene is more soluble than trans alkene, which is correct. The boiling point of and melting point of A are higher and lower than B, respectively. It is also correct because the boiling point of cis alkene is more and the melting point of trans alkene is more due to symmetry. A is more polar than B. Yeah, A is more polar than B, it is correct. But because of dipole moment of A is 0, no, dipole moment of A is not 0. Dipole moment of B is somewhat 0. Whereas option number D says that Br2 adds easily to B. It is not right. Br2 add easily to more easily to a cis alkene. It does not uh, 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 it does not observe any steric hindrance in cis alkene, whereas a steric hindrance was being observed in trans alkene. Therefore, C and D are incorrect option, and we have asked for the incorrect statement among the same. So C and D are the right answer for the same. It does not matches any option, and hence it becomes a bonus question for you. Next is 49. Which of the following complex will shows largest splitting of d orbital? As you see that all these complexes are of iron and all of them are in +3 oxidation state of iron. Here there is no, it is not asked for the oxidation state. We have asked for the largest splitting of d orbital. If the oxidation state is same, here the splitting of d orbital will depend on the ligand strength. The more strong field ligand it will be, the more splitting it will show. Among them, CN is the more strong field ligand, or I could say most strong field ligand, and hence option number 4 is the correct answer for this. Next, moving on to the question number 50, we have asked to identify the incorrect option of the following. See, this is an acylation reaction which is correct. It goes like this. The second reaction is not right because it is an elimination reaction. In presence of alcoholic H, it is an elimination reaction. Here we'll see that it is an elimination reaction. Also, they have done an substitution reaction on the same, which is not right. And there is no reaction can be occurred for the same because elimination cannot happen in this reaction due to lack of beta hydrogen at this part. Therefore, this reaction is incorrect, and option number two is the correct answer for question number 50. Moving on, third option is also correct. It is in substitution reaction SN2 and it is a formation of phenol. This is correct. So only option number 2 is incorrect, which is asked in the question, and hence option number 2 is the right choice. Next is question number 51. It is asked to identify the number of isomers compound with the molecular formula C9H10O. If I calculate the double bond equivalent for the same, it comes out 5. The double bond equivalent for the same is above 4, and hence one benzene is present here. Next, it is asked that it does not dissolve in NaOH. If it is not soluble in NaOH, therefore alcoholic group is not present. Therefore, this oxygen is not the part of alcohol group. Next is it is also insoluble in HCl, and hence it becomes an ether combination. Therefore, this oxygen could be probably an ether. Further, it is said that it do not give an orange PPT with 2,4-DNP, and hence the probability of aldehyde and ketone is being neglected here because it does not show reaction with 2,4-DNP. Therefore, aldehyde and ketone is not present. Fourth, it says that on hydrogenation, it gives identical compound with molecular formula C9H12. Therefore, an alkene is being present here. So the correct combination among the same comes out to be this. The real structure of the possible structure of the compound with C9H10O could be this, and these are two. If this is an alkene, there is two isomers possible for the same, that is cis and trans isomer, and hence the correct answer is 2. Okay. Next, moving on to the next question, that is 25th question, 52 question. 25 ml of an aqueous KCl is found to require 20 ml of 1 molar AgNO3. The complete reactions take place. Therefore, the millimoles of KCl will be equals to millimole of AgNO3, and we can calculate the molarity over here using the formula M1V1 equals to M2V2. Therefore, M for KCl comes out to be 4/5. The density given here is 1 gram per ml. Therefore, if density is 1, then molarity is equals to molality. Next, it was assumed to 100% ionization. Therefore, KCl shows 100% ionization to give 2. I valent of factor value will be 2 for the same. Kf is 2, 4/5 is the same. And coming rounding off to the nearest integer, it is the 3. Therefore, 3 is the correct answer for the same. Next, electron in a cathode ray tubes have emitted with the velocity of 1000 meter per second. The velocity is given as 1000 meter per second. We have asked for de Broglie wavelength. Let us calculate the de Broglie wavelength using formula H equals to M by V. On using this formula, it comes out to be 666.7 nanometer. 666.7 nanometer. So it matches with option number 1. The characteristic of electron depending upon the material. The characteristic of electron emitted, that means anode rays or cathode rays does not depend on material of electrode used in the cathode ray tube. Therefore, electron does not depend on the material. Also, it does not depend on the nature of the gas. So option number D is also incorrect. B is also incorrect. C, the cathode rays start from cathode. It is correct and moves toward anode. It is correct. It emerges from cathode and moves toward anode. That's why we name them as cathode rays. So 2 statements are correct here. We have asked for the number of correct statements. So 2 is the correct answer. Next is total number of chiral compound. Chiral compound are the same, which does not show POS, plane of symmetry, and center of symmetry. In option number 1, we'll see that there is no plane of symmetry present here because of this chiral carbon, and there is no center of symmetry also present over here. Again, there is one chiral center present over here, which does not give POS and COS. So for POS, for a third, we see that POS is coming out. It is a meso compound. POS is also coming for this compound also, and there is also one POS present here. So only 2 compounds, 1 and 2, are chiral. Therefore, the right answer is 2. Moving on to question number 55. At what pH given half cell will have potential of 1.282 volt? Using this, first we'll write the half reaction. MnO4 minus plus 5 electron plus 8H positive gives Mn2 plus 4H2O. N here is 5 number of electrons. E cell is equals to E naught cell minus 2.303 RT by NF log Mn2 positive by MnO4 negative and H positive to the power 8. Therefore, on solving the same, putting the values, we'll calculate H plus as 10 to the power minus 2. And therefore, the pH of the solution will come out around 3. So, it is the correct. pH of the solution will be 3. Is the answer. Next is you have asked for sum of oxidation of bromine in bromic acid and perbromic acid. Bromic acid has a formula HbRO3 having a structure like this. The oxidation state for bromic acid is 5, and for the perbromic acid comes out to be 7. Therefore, the sum become equals to 12. So 12 is the correct answer. Right? Moving on to question number 57. Here it is asking you that A and B are 2 substances undergoing radioactive decay. So radioactive decay is a first order reaction. The half-life is given as 15 minutes, and B is for B is 5 minutes. If we know that half-life does not depend upon the concentration for first order. If initial concentration of B was 4 times that of A, let us consider the concentration of A equals to 1, and B will comes out around 4. Sorry. Therefore, if A becomes half, therefore from 1 it becomes half in 15 minutes. It was asked at what time both A and B will become equal. Therefore, if we use B as 4, it becomes half in 5 minutes. It again becomes half, that is 1 in 5 minutes, and it again becomes half, that is half in 5 minutes. Total minutes are 15. Both B and A have same concentration here, half and half. So after 15 minutes, the both the concentration of A and B will become same. That is 15 minutes. So 15 minutes is the right answer for the same. Next, moving on to question number 58. There is two reactions given over here with Kp1 equals to 3 and Kp2 equals to 1. We have asked for the total pressure at equilibrium, ratio of total pressure at equilibrium. So we can use that. First reaction, let the number of moles be 1 because the initial concentration of both reactant and alpha are same. So 1 gives you at time t equals to 0, at time t equals to equilibrium, 1 minus alpha, and total will become 1 plus alpha. Applying Kp for the same, we'll get this out of it after applying the same over another reaction. It gives me this. So I can compare 1 and 2 by dividing the same. So 3 by 1 will equals to PT1 by PT2. For solving this, I'll get PT1 by PT2 equals to 12 is to 1. So X here is 12 is my correct answer. Okay. Next is moving on to the question number 59. At 25 degrees Celsius, we have asked for the enthalpy of this reaction. I can use these three reactions in combination, halving the reaction number 1, adding it with halving the reaction number 3, and subtracting it from reaction number 2. I will get my net reaction of the same, but this will give me the enthalpy of the reaction of the later reaction. Therefore, on calculating the same, I'll get the answer as 499, which is my correct answer. Okay. Question number 60 is density of 3 molar solution of NaCl is 1. Molality of the solution is 10 to the power minus 2, is near about 10 to the power minus 2 molar. The molar mass of Na and Cl is given. You have to find the molality. So molality can be given by 1000 m by 1000 d minus m into molar mass. Using this, applying this and calculating molality, the molality comes out to be 3.638. So it is asked in the terms of 10 to the power minus 2. So I will also form in the same manner. So I'll get my answer as 364 nearest integer. So this is my correct answer. Hope you enjoyed the session. These are all from me. The question was very not tough like that. Okay. Okay. Bye.